There's other people out there with problems bigger than we've got here. And what could be more touching than the story of a mother who's been trying to get her son out of jail for 20 years. And we heard this last week that David Milgaard has been once again denied the chance to have his case reheard. And from Math with Marty, we'd like to wish the Milgaard family the best of luck in trying to get this injustice overturned. One particularly galling thing to me about the whole affair is how part of the role played by putting him in jail in the first place was the involvement of scientists and forensic evidence, and they're taking samples of, I don't know what it was, sperm samples taken from the snow, and they say that they can trace it down to one guy out of 4 billion people, and put a guy in jail on this kind of evidence. And you know, having worked in research, I have some idea that this kind of stuff just doesn't mesh with the reality which I've seen. I remember working in Pinawa in the nuclear research station and having a sample of CO2 gas taken from the Pinawa reactor, taking it to the chemistry labs and asking them to analyze it for this carbon monoxide content. Now, these are basic chemicals that people have heard of: carbon monoxide, carbon dioxide, and asking for a percentage analysis. And the scientists, they're saying, well, really, that's really not possible to give you that. It's a very difficult measurement to get to CO and CO2. And they said, well, what's the problem? And they had a lot of reasons why you couldn't really get it. Well, there's the molecular spectrometer. We might use that one, but then if there's any nitrogen, that would be confused because nitrogen has the same molecular weight as carbon monoxide, so you would be confusing it and you wouldn't know, and a lot of things. And I never did get that sample analyzed. So when they turn around and say that they can take a scoopful of snow and find sperm in it and tell who it came from, I find it hard to believe, especially when you hear that the test also manages to confuse it with dog urine at times if it's not done exactly right. And you know, we're in the age when you watch TV, you see all this push-button science on the science fiction shows, and you tend to think that scientists are perfect, but 99% of the time they make mistakes, same as everyone else. And the other thing about the Milgaard case is if he had admitted he was guilty, or if he had confessed to being guilty, they would have let him out of jail a long time ago. No one stays in jail 22 years in this country for murder. And it seems unfair, the justice system, to punish a guy for insisting that he's innocent. So, having gotten that off our chest, let's return to the topic which we're well known for, which is Math with Marty.